So some of you guys might have heard Nate Diaz and Khamzat Chimaev have a real big fight coming up. And Khamzat Chimaev did an interview, very long form interview. Interesting, a lot of takeaways. One major one though, especially given what I had hypothesized about this fight from the beginning, which is that Khamzat said he has no idea if Nate has signed the Bout agreement. And, I thought about that for a second and I was like, I guess there's a chance that Khamzat would not know, if Nate signed it or not. Maybe, I would say most other fighters would know, if they find out when the Bout agreement's signed. And so you certainly can hypothesize well, if his opponent doesn't know whether or not he signed it, and given the circumstances going into the fight being announced, has Nate signed this Bout agreement? And I'll go over exactly what I mean. Now, before I do, if you like the content, subscribe and ring the bell. Because guess what? This is a place where we have exciting conversations in the comment section. The channel's been growing very fast again, and I really appreciate everybody who's helped push that along, get me out of whatever was going on for a second, and help there. And to the new subscribers, welcome, you guys. Welcome. We have a great time here, dude. We have a blast, and this is going to be no different. I would also like to thank the sponsor of this particular video, Sheath Underwear. Again, we run the monthly contest. I'm not even going to talk about that today. I'm just going to tell you I wear Sheath Underwear every single day, and that's a fact, dude. That is a fact of life. And you can do the same thing. And I challenge you to try it one time. Try their underwear one time, and then tell me that I was wrong. Sheathunderwear.com, and then you use the promo code FIRE20. Anyway, so jumping into this, though. So you've got Nate Diaz and Khamzat Chimaev booked supposedly for UFC 279. And here's the thing about that, right? Here's the thing about that. The day that it got announced, as we discussed on this channel, but for my new subscribers who may not know this, it got announced right when that it was announced that Nate had a sunset clause in his contract, right? It was like that news hit this airways. It was like, by the way, Nate has publicly screaming for a way out of his contract. And guess what? Turns out, just like Francis in December, Nate has a sunset clause in October, where if he doesn't do anything, he's just out of his contract. He doesn't need to fight. He can just wait it out. And I'm pretty sure Ariel broke that story. And then I did a video about it called something along the lines of like contract bombshell for Nate Diaz, something along those lines. And, a few hours later, Nate Diaz versus Khamzat verbally agreed to UFC 279. And it was Hunter that put that story out there. Hunter is the person who negotiates these deals, who manages all the contracts. If Dana ever steps back, Hunter will be the one who runs the company. So when I saw that he was the one who did it, and he's a strategist, he's like he's a chess player. He's playing the game. Which is why, I'm a fan of Hunter Campbell. The reason why I can recognize him gaming is because I'm a gamer, I'm a gamer. And so when I hear sunset clause just came out or just, became public, suddenly this fight gets announced, I can triangulate that Hunter is playing chess. Nate said, I will fight anyone. They haven't offered me any fights. They are not offering me any fights. And Hunter goes, okay, well, how about this? How about we just press release the fight we've been offering you? Now what, dude? What's up now, Nate? And that was a brilliant strategy because he painted Nate into a corner where Nate had to either just acknowledge that he was bullshitting about fighting anyone or agree to take the fight or, at the end of the day, if it really is going to be that last fight on his deal, the stakes aren't really that high for the UFC about whether or not he takes the fight. In all honesty, they're going to make a lot of money. They'll make a lot of money for that fight. There's no one on this fight card. There's no one else on this fight card. I'm serious. Go look at UFC 279. I think it's light enough they will cancel it if Nate doesn't show up. And I'm serious about that. I think they might even can't because there's nothing. There's no co-main event. There's nothing there. At least the last time I looked, and it was totally totally card. So anyway, so the stakes aren't really that high. They would make a lot of money. But they're going to lose Nate either way. But so Nate didn't immediately respond. He took like 24 to 36 hours, and then he was like, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've been asking for this fight all along. And he said that publicly. But we all know Nate says a lot of things about fights that don't materialize. He's going to fight. Like I've said a million times, like dealing with Nate must be incredibly challenging in terms of getting him to sign bout agreements and getting him to agree to whatever. I do think that he's playing people in a lot of cases. In this one, and maybe in this one too, dude. Honestly, it's possible that he knew about his sunset clause and he's just dicking these guys around. Who knows? Who knows? But I would say that it's almost, I don't know about almost certain, but I would say I'm very confident that when they announced UFC 279, that they were headlining it, that was strategy by Hunter, and that, the verbal agreement was Khamzat verbally agreeing, and then Nate having verbally said that he would fight anyone. So it's verbally agreed to, dude. You said you'd fight anybody. You said you'd fight anybody, dude. And here you go. Here's a fight. And, it is what it is, right? But the bottom line is if Khamzat's saying he doesn't know if Nate has signed the contract, it's highly likely that Nate has not signed the contract. Now, I don't know that for sure. I'm basing this solely on the fact that Khamzat said he doesn't know if Nate signed the contract. But if he doesn't know if Nate signed the contract, I'm going to say 50% at least that Nate has not signed the bout agreement, And that might be one of the reasons that UFC 279 is so light. Is because they're basically like we could just scrap this entire card, In the event that Nate doesn't show, we'll just cancel it, who knows? But yeah, I think that was very notable. And I'm going to film another video about this fight right now because Michael Bisping did a video the day, I think it was Saturday. He made some excellent points, man. Like really excellent points that I'm going to piggyback on. So anyway, on this, if you like the content, subscribe and ring the bell. Peace.